as well as all the guests and the members. It has been quite a year ago, but the time is flying. Staten Island Division also elect recently our marshal, which is the Bożena Niebrzydowska. She's going to lead our division this year. She's very involved and active, not only in our committee, but in the Polish community, in our parish. So she's a very dedicated person. Other than that, everything goes smooth, and I turn over to President Zawisny, and we should have a very productive meeting.
Thank you very much, Pablo, and on behalf of the General Candidate Pulaski Parade Organization, we'd like to thank Staten Island, thank your contingent, thank Father Yatsik for hosting this meeting. It's very important to us, and the hospitality that's shown here, it's like when we call, you're always there. Thank you very much. Now, I just would like to mention, Staten Island, this is my hometown. We have a lot of Grand Marshals that came out of here. Originally, the first Grand Marshal from Staten Island was, I believe, Monsignor Felchak from St. Adalbert. Was very involved in the Pulaski Parade organization. Then after that came myself, Richard Zawisny. Then we had Emily Legrecci, was a Grand Marshal from Staten Island. Mark Zawisny, also from Staten Island. And maybe in the future we'd have another Staten Islander. I know Staten Island, the Polish community has been growing greatly. We have 2 Polish banks that opened up recently, the Atlas Savings Bank and the Polish and Slavic Federal Credit Union, which is in this location over here. So it's an up-and-coming area. And I see maybe if the Staten Island Committee gets involved with some of the politicians, maybe we can have a civic center like some of the other nationalities have. I know there was talks with that when there was a Congressman, Michael McMahon, who was actually reaching out into the Polish community, and he was a staunch supporter of this parish over here. But all in all, I'm very grateful, I'm very happy to be here, and I'd like to welcome everyone tonight. And now tonight, we're going to have an election. Mr. Tom Kozowski, would you like to come up? He's hiding in the back. We're voting for one vice president and 5 trustees. That's the entire board of trustees. To vote, you have to be a member in good standing. You have to have your card. So what we will do, instead of continuing with the meeting, we'd like to get everybody to come and vote. We'll do the voting. We'll take an intermission for about 30 minutes, and then after that, we will proceed with the meeting. Mr. Kozowski, would you like to say a few words and how your procedure is going to run?
Hopefully all of you remember to bring your membership cards to prove you are members, or that you have at least 2 forms of government-issued photo ID. So we can determine who you are if we don't know who you are. Or I have a list, and we'll take DNA samples, send them in, and we'll hold your vote. We'll have to hold the vote in advance for 6 or 8 weeks provisionally until the DNA is returned. In other words, just have some ID or your card and you'll be able to vote. We are voting for a total of 1 of 2 executive vice presidents, just as bad as you, vice presidents, who are both virgin candidates. They have never run for the office before. We also are voting for trustees, 5 of them. We have 4 incumbents running, 1 new candidate, and 1 former trustee trying to regain her former glory. So, you will get a ballot. Now we will reveal the ugly, disgusting yellow ballots with the green ink in honor of St. Patrick's Day. You will vote for 1 of 2 vice presidents up here, fully filling in the block, and 5 of the 6 candidates down here, fully filling in the block. One of the incumbents was promoted to there's 2 new people running for the position in addition to the incumbents, 2 challengers. We'll start. We usually give each of the candidates a couple of minutes to introduce themselves. We'll start with the vice presidential candidates. Let's see, do I have a coin? What's a coin? Let's see who goes first. All right, we want to do it alphabetically. Arthur Adamski is first. I think A comes before F, last time I looked, but I was never much good at English. Arthur, say a few words, introduce yourself, then we'll have your honorable opponent say a few words, etc., and I'll shut up.
Welcome. My name is Arthur Adamski. I'm running for vice president. I also have a couple of organizations I've been involved with, the festival I'm involved. I have a radio station, and one of the reasons why I want to run is create a little bit more buzz about the parade, to get a little bit of the young people involved. Facebook, the board has been trying to get TV, so how about with that, or at least get live streaming. So this way, the good thing about the internet is everybody can watch it here and in Poland. So get some of that ideas going and moving forward. Help the parade advertise a little bit more. Connecting some of the organization. Vacation time is a great time for festivals. And promote the parade. 2 ideas that I want to do is, first, make sure that no Polish person does not know that the parade is this weekend. And get the parade a little bit more involved so the American community knows that we have a Polish parade. This way it could help us out some of the political problems that we have, but also the more people know that we are at 5th Avenue that day, then gonna be. Powiem teraz po polsku. Dzień dobry. Nazywam się Artur Adamski. Jestem zaangażowany w kilka organizacji. Jedną z organizacji jest festiwale. Też również z Moniką prowadzimy Polskie Radio Rampa. Też kilka pomysłów, których teraz staram się o pozycję vice president. Jestem zaangażowany z paradą już od 2 lat, przychodzę na zebrania i pomagam, w czym można. Jedną rzecz, którą też pracujemy nad tym, żeby technologicznie rozbudować paradę. Pan Zygmunt prowadzi stronę, już jest super. Jedną rzecz, którą community stara się, żeby telewizja była. Telewizja jest droga, ciężka, ale jeżeli się uda, to będzie super. Jeżeli się nie uda, żeby bynajmniej parada była na internecie, bo na internecie mogą osoby tutaj słuchać, oglądać nas i w Polsce też, jest bez limitu, można powiedzieć. A zaangażować paradę, żeby była reklamowana troszeczkę więcej przed paradą. Wakacje są czas na festiwale, zaczynają się już od maja. I żeby reklamować, że parada jest ten weekend, żeby nie było żadnego Polaka, który jest zaskoczony, że jest ten weekend parada. No i druga rzecz, żeby Amerykanie się dowiedzieli, że jest nasza parada, żeby Nowy Jork był biało-czerwony na ten jeden dzień, że parada nie jest tylko dla nas, ale dla wszystkich, żeby wszyscy wiedzieli, że my jesteśmy na 5. Avenue i z tym sposobem też nam to pomoże z politycznymi problemami, które parada ma niektóre polskie organizacje. Im głośniej będziemy w Nowym Jorku, tym więcej będziemy mogli się starać. Dziękuję na tym jeszcze raz Artur Adamski i zapraszam.
Okay, so I start with Polish. Nazywam się Tomek Patyka. Z paradą Pulaski Memorial przez ostatni rok samotnie, pomagając Grand Marszałku Władz Państwu Krystynie i Kazimierzowi Szczęku. Moja praca polegała na pomoc we wszystkich aspektach, poczynając od wysyłania listów poprzez promowanie, jak również spotkania na meetingach jak ten. Ten meeting był właściwie pierwszy meeting, w którym uczestniczyłem jako pomoc marszałków w 2010 co mogę powiedzieć? Co chciałbym zrobić jeżeli będę wybrany? No przede wszystkim zachować naszą największą tradycję, jaką mamy w Stanach Zjednoczonych. To jest naprawdę nasza duma i naszym obowiązkiem jest jako Polaków zachować tą tradycję, którą nam przekazali nasi poprzednicy. To już 70 lata będzie. Bardzo ważnym aspektem pracy w komitecie będzie przyprowadzenie nowych sponsorów. Jako organizacja non-profit bazujemy na właśnie sponsorach i to jest drugim bardzo ważnym zadaniem Komitetu Parady Pulaskiego. Prywatnie jestem IT, czyli pracuję jako człowiek supportujący systemy komputerowe. Co mogę wnieść? No chyba moje skills, umiejętności. Myślę, że to się przyda dla parady. Oprócz tego, no, wydaje mi się, że jest dużo do zrobienia i przydam się. Tak tyle in Polish. In English, my name is Tom Fatiga. I was involved with Pulaski Parade since last year. That was pretty intensive work supporting our 2012 marshals. Before I was just attending parade together with Clifton Wellington, and 10 years before, 20 years before, I was just watching parade. As a candidate for vice president, my vision is to just preserve our greatest tradition, what we have, and I would like to support Pulaski Parade Committee to getting new sponsor to preserve our tradition and just have our greatest Polish pride. I guess that's all. Privately, I'm IT director for international company, construction company, our building, specifically data center. I have 2 kids, 20 and 15 years old, and wife present at this meeting. That's all. Thank you.
We'll go to the candidates for trustee. We'll start with the incumbents. Let's see. Mr. Walentowicz. Mr. Peter J. Walentowicz.
Dobry wieczór Państwu. Mówił, nazywam się Pan Walentowicz. Już 2 kadencje służyło mi jako trustee, teraz 7. Poza paradą, to mi należy do American Association of the Friends of Kościuszko at West Point jako wiceprezes. Więcej o tym powiem w czasie New Business. Jeżeli Państwo życzy, to bym dalej służył jako trustee. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. As Tom said, my name is Peter Walentowicz. I've had the privilege of serving as trustee for 2 terms already, and if it is your wish, I will gladly serve a 3rd. In addition to the parade, I'm also a member of the American Association of the Friends of Kościuszko at West Point, and we'll have more on that under new business as we have some upcoming events to discuss.
Thank you, Peter. How about, since Leo Kadia Gutsuck is right next to you? No, you're right next to him. You go next. Introduce yourself and say a few words. English and Polish, Polish only, whatever you like.
Dobry wieczór Państwu. Nazywam się Leokadia Juszczak. To jest koniec mojej pierwszej kadencji jako trustee w Głównym Komitecie Parady Pulaskiego, ale z organizacją jestem związana tak długo, jak mieszkam w Nowym Jorku, chyba od 1995 roku, ponieważ zamieszkam na Ridgewood i tam zaczęła się polska parafia. i bardzo dużo prac było związanych z tym założeniem polskiej szkoły i założyliśmy również kontyngent Parady Pulaskiego i do dzisiaj coraz lepiej ta grupa się rozwija. Dzisiaj moi przyjaciele z grupy Parady Pulaskiego przygotowują właśnie zakupiony grób Chrystusa i chcą zdążyć na Wielkanoc, więc muszę im wybaczyć, jestem tutaj tylko sama. W związku z tym będę musiała lecieć na pańskie głosy, bo moi ludzie są zajęci, żeby przygotować Wielkanoc. Moje doświadczenie było bardzo pozytywne, dużo zebrań, dużo wyjazdów, ale to jest bardzo dobre zajęcie, dlatego że człowiek jest związany z dużą ilością ludzi. Ja to lubię, jestem z zawodu nauczycielką i pracuję w amerykańskich publicznych szkołach. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Leocadia Juszczak. I live in Ridgewood, New York. I'm president of the contingent from St. Matthias Church. This is my first term, ending right now. I'm counting on your voices again. And what else can I tell you? Well, we are preparing in Ridgewood for parade. We have already almost done float. We have a marshal and Miss Polonia ready. So I hope this is going to be wonderful. And also all of you are invited in May for this general meeting. I hope you're going to be happy to visit us. That's all. Thank you very much. And I hope somebody will vote for it. Thank you.
Let's mix it up a little bit. Dr. Babiak, would you like to come up and say a few words? This is one of the incumbents, although she has been on the board before. That's Dr. Eugenia Babiak, a pulmonary specialist, as I recall. Yes. So if you need CPR, get you on that.
I'm Eugenia Babiak, and I've been a member of the Pulaski Parade Committee for 22 years. I marched as a child. I belong to many Polish organizations. I went to Kosciuszka at West Point, trustee of the Polish Cultural Foundation in Clark. I'm with the Garden State Arts Center Festival in June. And Polish University Club in New Jersey, as well as the Polish American Congress. And I've helped with, throughout the years with the parade.
Before I let Fred Colada talk, I'll just mention one of these candidates for trustee, Irene Clementovich, is unable to be with us tonight. Irene is a longtime member of the Pulaski Parade Committee. She was also involved with her late husband, who I believe was a Grand Marshal. Correct, Richard? Was a Grand Marshal. She's been around, I don't know if she's been around from day one, but it's pretty close to it. She's always very helpful. She does want to run again. She's looking forward to serving us in another term. So she is interested in running, and she asked me to pass that along to you. Okay. We're going to go with Fred Gelada, then we're going to save the best for last. Best for last?
Hi everybody, you all know me. I've been the chairman of the board for 10 years, 12 years, something like that. You know what I do. I think my accomplishments speak for themselves. So do me a favor and I'll vote. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Board member.
Okay, finally we have the last candidate, a new candidate for the position of the trustee, but he's been involved in the Pulaski Parade since he was in the womb. As you may gather from the name, his mother is Heidi Jacob. We just wanted to get that out. We weren't trying to sneak anybody by yet. So without further ado, and he also, as I recall, used to play in a band that marched in the parade. So he knows the parade pretty much inside and out. So without further ado, David, come on and say a few words.
Hello everybody, welcome. My name is David Claude. Claude's son. Alright. There's not much I really have to say. I've been helping out with the committee for as long as I remember. As long as I'm putting stamps on letters, I think everybody. What can I say? for a year now. And I was nominated for the position as trustee. I could help out. I appreciate it. And you give me this opportunity. But I help out every day with all the checks to the banks. I bring all the checks to the banks. I help out. I do all the best online. Like they said before, Facebook and everything. We could bring everything to that. And if you want to bring youth in, I'll try to help out. Sorry for being nervous.
Thank you very much. So let me just recap. You will be voting for. Okay. Just to recap, there are 2 candidates for vice president. You get to pick 1. There are 6 candidates for 5 positions of trustee. You get to pick 5 of the 6 or 1 of the 6. If you don't want to vote for 5, you don't have to. You vote for 6, your ballot gets lost for that position. We'll just exit out. So you vote for 5 of 6, 4 of 6, 3 of 6, 2 of 6, 1 of 6, none of 6. You don't want to, you can only vote for vice president, or the other way around. You don't want to vote for the vice president, you can only vote for trustees. But you can't vote for more than 1 vice president and more than 5 trustees on your ballot. Also, just you may know that the trustees have a chairman. The chairman is elected amongst themselves. I think they have a discussion, and the most qualified and the most vociferous person usually gets to be chairman. In any event, does anyone have any questions, or I'll get my staff in the back, and then in a few minutes you can come, sign, and get your ballots, and then we can get the voting started. And once we've got that in the works, then mostly through, then Richard will start the meeting up. In the meantime, if you had anything to munch on, if I left anything over there, if I got here early, you can go find some crumbs. Any questions? Okay. All right, very good. Okay, back to you. I need Peter. I need Barbara. And Christina. You may come. And if I need another one, I'll come with you. Have
So you're going to be ready in 2 minutes, right? Okay, in 2 minutes.
Anybody have any tape? Anybody have any tape? This is my gratuitous
I don't know. As I said, the point is having a moment that is about that more. So I don't know.